Are we on? We're live? I feel like I'm just running the same joke all the time. Well, it is 2:30 in the morning here at the Mesa Chamber of Commerce on Saturday, October 5th, right? So it is October.
It is my birthday.
Happy birthday. Yeah. So I am here. I've introduced myself like 4 times now, but if you haven't watched any of the other videos, I'm Bob Nelson. I'm the Director of Communications for the Mesa Chamber of Commerce. I am here this morning at 2:30 in the morning with one of our participants in today's, or yesterday and today's, I guess, 24-hour business plan challenge, Mr. James Rollins with BG Custom Apparel. How are you, James? You holding it up?
I am sleepy, but I'm good.
So full disclosure, James and I have spent a lot of time together this last week. James, in addition to participating in this event now, James is also a participant in the Next Phase program.
Yes.
So we'll talk about that in a minute. Let's start with this event. So is this event different than you expected, or talk a little bit about what's going on?
So I would say this event it is different than I expected. I don't know why I thought I was going to come here for 24 hours, smash it out, and everything done. But it really has me thinking, like, the approach to my business, is it right for me? What are some of the elements I can add to it? So it's actually gets me thinking on a deeper level than
it's a grinder, isn't it?
I thought I would. Yeah.
It's a grinder. It really is. So you really, like, you get into this part of the day, because this is the part of the day where everybody really starts to fade.
Yeah.
And they start to really kind of struggle with staying on top of their focus and all of that. So this is kind of where you start to see if people are serious about it.
Yeah. And then what I'm finding out is it's more than just a business plan. It's your mindset towards the business. Because although I'm lacking sleep, now that kind of goes with, well, am I wasting time?
Yeah.
Right? Pursuing what I'm doing? Or no, I understand I'm on the right track. So kind of.
So you and I have spent a fair amount of time together this week because you're a participant in the Next Phase program.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about that.
So Next Phase is a opportunity for young entrepreneurs like myself to.
I love how you put the word young in there. I do.
Blame it on the sleep.
You and I are about the same age. I'm just saying.
Blame it on the lack of
young entrepreneurs. Keep going.
Yes,
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail you.
But it's an opportunity for young as far as just starting out, right? To kind of get a feel for retail space. Is it the right fit? Is it not the right fit? For me personally, it's given me an opportunity it's challenged me to create that retail side of business. And my business partner, my wife, Lisa, it actually sparked interest in her to want to do more of the retail side.
Interesting.
To whereas before, she helps with the business, but not really creative interest in it. But so this has sparked something different. So
Fascinating. That's cool. So were we 2 weeks in, or are we just a weekend? I think we're a week in a couple days.
Yeah, a week and a couple days.
For Next Phase. We opened up Next Phase a week ago Thursday. Right? It was a week.
Yeah, but yeah, it is. It's
a week ago Thursday. So, and you've had some time in the space. Mm-hmm. You've gotten to meet a few people that come into the space.
Right. I like it. For one, I like the participation that yourself and Sally has been giving us in the knowledge and the different experience from both of you guys. Mary Lou. Also,
Mary Lou's been great. She really has. So for those of you that need to know, Mary Lou Ruiz is the general manager for Superstition Springs Mall. They are kind of our co-partner in developing the Next Phase space. And she's kind of been supporting all of you guys, really.
Yeah.
Kind of getting you as much as she helps as she can.
Yeah. Well, I kind of assume like normally you do a program and okay, you guys are the face of it. When the camera's on, but then like nobody does anything when it's off. But you guys are not like that. You guys are really giving us your opinion, giving us knowledge and educating us on so many different things and parts of business that it's been great. And it's really been baffling because like you don't get that, but it's different.
I mean, I think it's pretty universal. You know, we want to create successful, engaged, community-based businesses, right? I mean, that's way more valuable.
Yeah,
you know, those are the people that give back. So I'm gonna lighten things up a little bit. Tell me about the marketing department.
The marketing department.
Tell us about you have a fabulous marketing department.
I do. I must say I do. So I do not understand the TikTok and Instagram. I know a little bit about it, right? I grew up in the MySpace days.
Just remember, he was young entrepreneur.
But my marketing department is my two little girls. One is 11 and one is 13. But I finally...
And they're not, when you say 11 and 13, they are advanced. Like, they're not 11 and 13.
No.
They're pretty savvy.
Yeah. To be fair, they do a lot with the business. Hazel is literally, she went from our part accountant with her mom to now she's gonna manage the social media.
Right.
Adriana started off working in Photoshop and taking pictures. Now she runs like operations and inventory. And when I say this, I'm like, they're really
they're legit doing this stuff.
Yeah. So we are truly a family business. And I have two other ones. They play a major role. You'll see them this week.
Cool.
But yeah, I finally gave in and figured it was the best thing to do is to let them run TikTok and Instagram.
Right, that piece of it.
Yeah, that piece. Because they know the trends. They be doing their little dances. And
I don't know. You were making some moves. I saw some of those moves you were doing the other day.
They're trying to teach me.
I see it. So, okay. So we're not quite halfway there. We're 3 hours shy of halfway there. We're over a third. We're gonna say we're over a third there.
Okay.
So how are you doing? Are you getting to the point where you're comfortable with the progress you're making? And now, did you have a plan for the business prior to tonight? Did you have a business plan drawn up?
I won't say it was a business plan. It was an idea.
Okay.
It probably didn't make no sense to anyone but me. But tonight has given me an opportunity to really think about what I want to see and how I want to see our business grow, but be able to put that on words. Like almost, I explained it earlier, like a playbook, right?
Yeah.
I did a lot of sports growing up.
Yep.
And it's like your playbook. What this happens, okay, what's the play we're going to go to? So now creating that playbook is really starting to be a real thing, and I feel comfortable moving forward with it.
Cool. So have you talked with the other participants? Or a few?
Oh, yeah.
All of them? So what do you think? Is there some ideas that you really dig? And I'm not necessarily asking you to spill the beans on what everybody else is doing.
Right.
But are there ideas like, hey, that's pretty damn smart?
Yeah. I think it takes courage to even do a challenge like this, and I think it takes courage to be an entrepreneur because you're starting in the negative because the norm is you're supposed to do things this way and follow these lines. But when you're an entrepreneur, you're kind of going outside of that. But I've heard some of these ideas that some of the people are doing, participants are doing, and they're great. Like it makes me be like, well, what am I an expert at? Because they're like here with it, and they're talking about they're barely starting out. But I think it's pretty cool to be around other people like that and learn from.
And so we were talking about some of the mentors that have come through tonight. Talk a little bit about who you liked and why you liked them.
Okay, I'm not gonna get myself in trouble because I can't remember everybody's name.
That's right, I'll help you. All right, it is 2:30 in the morning. We got to give you some grace for that.
So I will say this: the mentors mimic the way yourself and the rest of the chamber, I don't know, people like Trish and everybody, they mimic you guys, right? So it's truly, they want to help. They're very knowledgeable. Like, it doesn't feel like somebody paid them to be here. Like, they volunteer their time, and you can see that, and it's genuine.
Yeah, it's one of the great pleasures in doing this event to have members that will literally they'll message you in the months ahead and be like, okay, we're doing this, right? Because I'm coming. We're doing this event because I'm going to be there.
Right.
You know, Shane Dyerson
Yes.
is the perfect example of that. Dyerson Welding. Like, he messaged me in July and said, okay, we're doing the business plan challenge, right? Because that's my thing. That's my jam. I'm going to be there.
Yeah.
And he really he loves this event. This event's important to him.
And knowledgeable. And he was able to take what he does and simplify it, but then also help me understand how it relates to what I'm going through with the custom apparel. Golden Goose.
Yep, Golden Goose. Yep, Dan and Josh.
They're funny. Like I told you, I thought they was just targeted. I didn't know who they were. They had emailed me to try to do some things, and I was like, I don't know these people. But finally putting the name with the faces, coolest people, awesome, right? Awesome. Just, I feel like that's been a trend with chamber members. It's like everybody's really willing to help. It's not like a gimmick. It's not a sales pitch. It's honesty.
No, it's the number one reason. And so I do the orientation meeting every month. And everybody that comes in, the number one reason they join is because they want to be a part of community. So, you know, everybody wants to be a part of something that helps everybody else.
Right.
And it shows. You do events like this and you get members that are basically like, yes, I will be there. We've got some great members coming as we get later into today.
Right.
So I'm going to sit down with a few of them later on, and they're just fantastic people. Erica has been fantastic. We're not going to bring her up. She had me thinking. She is brilliant because she challenged me to not only do better, but step back and see what I can do as a whole, and also add different components to what I'm doing. But then she backed up and was like, well, you're doing good. So she, almost like a teacher, it's like a push and a tug. And I can sit there and talk to her all day, right? Yeah, she's pretty smart. I really like her a lot. Yeah. She's good people. All right, how's the food been? Food been all right? Did you eat some?
Good. Yeah, I ate
some on the border. On the border was our dinner sponsor. Thank you for providing that, Aaron and team. Breakfast will be Whataburger, just so you know.
I love Whataburger.
I
used to call them Whataburger
when you were younger.
And then I got older and I was like, that does not say water. So I don't know. Blame it on the school system. I don't know.
So breakfast will be Whataburger, and then we'll have Mountain Mike's Pizza for lunch, I think is what the plan is.
Okay.
So food, we got good food. The great thing about the 24-hour business plan challenge is nobody goes away hungry.
That's like a Southern thing.
Nobody goes away hungry. It's a family thing.
Yes.
Yeah, family thing. Nobody goes away hungry.
I'll feed you, but I won't give you no money.
But you got to do this business plan in 24 hours. I'll feed you, but you got to do this business plan in 24 hours. James, thank you so much for taking the minute to sit and tell me about how you're doing, what your experience is. Excited to kind of see you roll through this. Happy birthday. Yesterday was your birthday.
Yes.
No,
today.
Saturday is the day. Okay. So happy birthday.
Thank you.
And you are going to celebrate that later if you're awake.
They're going to drag me through whatever they got planned for me.
So there are plans for you. The marketing department has plans for them. So they're gonna execute those plans. So it is just after 2:30 here at the chamber. We'll probably we got to do the cornhole competition here in a minute. So I got to get this video wrapped up so I can go set up the cornhole boards.
Full of surprises.
Yeah, you could be the cornhole champion for the 24-hour business plan challenge. It is an actual thing, by the way. It's like we do that every year. Cornhole challenge. Yeah. I don't think I've shot video of it in the past, but I think I'll shoot some video of it today. Anyway, so we're going to set up the cornhole boards. We're going to have a cornhole challenge here in probably about 15 minutes. So look for some video online. Otherwise, we'll probably come back about 4 with our next video. And honestly, I'm not sure who that's going to be yet. So just stay tuned. Check out the YouTube channel. I usually try to get the videos pre-programmed so they're there for you to look at. If you're watching this live, why are you still awake?
Yeah.
Like, go ahead. It's okay. Go to bed. You can watch these in the morning. And then you can get the whole story because you can watch them like episodic. And we get progressively crazier as the hours wear on, right?
I can see. I feel it already.
All right, everybody. Thanks so much for your time. We'll talk to you again in an hour and a half. And hope you're sleeping well. Bye.